Sometimes it's people who are yearning to see a film in their own language. It could be people, film buffs, who don't care about the language because the subtitling makes it universal. And Indians, non-Indians, young and old, people who really enjoy Indian films, something that is thought-provoking, something that makes them go, there was something here, and that's the point of our festival, to showcase these films that will have some kind of a pull for intelligent people of all ages and of all communities.
Some of these movies that are here, what kind of a message do they have?
Very different messages, and obviously each filmmaker has his or her take on what they want to put out into the world. We didn't talk about the fourth film, which is Gabricha Paus, which is it's called The Dam Rain. And in that, it focuses on a village in Maharashtra where farmers are dying, and many of them commit suicide because they can't get out of their loans. And that's a message that he's trying to get through.
Oh, I'd love to see that film, because we hear about it, we haven't understood the dynamics, why it happens. Tell me a little bit about it.
This director, Satish Manwar, grew up in that area, and he saw firsthand how these farmers could never really get out of debt, and whatever they did, because they were dependent on rains, and if the crops failed, they went deeper into debt, and their ultimate release was committing suicide and perhaps getting some compensation from the government to support their family. And it's a very big issue in the farmlands in India. And so he decided to make not a documentary, but a narrative film where he's had these brilliant actors and actresses playing real people, and it's very, very powerful in the sense that it is very real. You can watch it and you don't feel that they're acting; they're just living their life, right?
Fantastic. Now, this is not a business to you. This is your passion.
Correct. And any time that I can get and any resources that I can get, I funnel into this festival.
Now, tell us a little bit about what do you do otherwise? What kind of business do you have?
I'm an architect by training. I'm a licensed architect, and I do have a passion for information technology as well. So I've blended that with a consultancy providing IT services to architecture firms, setting up networks and supporting their CAD operations.
You know, the world of architecture has changed with the advent of CAD and with the advent of the new green technology and the others. The job of an architect has become so simple now that you're not dependent on the draftsman as you used to, and you can just completely be the thinking person for which an architect was designed.
Exactly. You know. And that's where CAD-CAM systems and what they call building information modeling systems, BIM systems, they've gone away from the two-dimensional drafting to a world of actually building a live model on a computer.
That's right. And after that, everything is simple. Only hard part is when the contractors get to it, right? I want to congratulate you. This is your third year.
Correct.
You can't do it all by yourself. And this certainly is not a great moneymaker. So who helps you?
That's a big, always an issue every year. How do we find resources? We always look for sponsors. We look for grants from the government. And this year we were lucky to get a small grant from the DC Commission on Arts and Humanities. And we hope to increase that funding every year. We are trying to tap into the Indian community, get a donor base of like-minded people who will say, hey, we want to watch good Indian cinema. How can we contribute to this effort?
Do you get volunteers to work for you?
We do. Obviously, it's entirely a volunteer effort. None of us get paid for what we do. So we are always looking for talented people to help fundraise, to publicize, to do graphics, to do websites.
Who are some of the people that you're thankful to?
First, we'd like to thank the DC Commission on Arts and Humanities. We'd obviously like to thank you and Hansa Bhutani for this opportunity to showcase our festival. We'd like to thank the Goethe Institute for giving us the theater. Obviously, we would like to thank our volunteers, people who we couldn't have done without. Robin Tolke, my wife, Alexandra Gerson, she didn't know what she was getting into when she married me. Lisa Rosenberg, Bertha Hall, who's our theater manager, a wonderful person. I'm sure I'm missing a few people, and I hope they don't feel offended if I've missed them out, but I would like to thank anybody who gets involved.
I want to wish you the very best. Once again, can you please tell the folks as to exactly where it is and what are the timings of the movies?
It is today and tomorrow at the Goethe Institute in Chinatown, and we are screening 4 wonderful films, 4 different languages, and we'd love to have your presence there, so come out and support us.
You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you for having me.